Laudetur Jesu Christus, praised be Jesus Christ, in saecula saeculorum, now and forever. With Catholic greets you, our brothers and sisters, in the love of Christ and His Mother Mary. Thank you for following this program. Here are the headlines for today. Archbishop Aupetit, Pope Francis asked me to stay in congregation of bishops after Paris resignation. Australian police officer stops Catholic Mass to check for masks. Following are the details and more information.
Archbishop Aupetit, Pope Francis asks me to stay in congregation of bishops after Paris resignation. Archbishop Aupetit said on Friday he will stay on in his position as a member of Vatican's Congregation for Bishops, after receiving encouragement from Pope Francis. In an interview with Vatican News on February 4th, Aupetit said Pope Francis renewed his support for me, and again said he thought the former Archbishop of Paris had been a victim of hypocrisy and clericalism. He also wanted to show his confidence by asking me to remain in Roman Congregation for Bishops, of which, as you know, I am already a member, and where I come every 2 weeks, Aupetit said to the French website of the Vatican's news office. The Congregation for Bishops is the department of the Roman Curia responsible for identifying and selecting candidates for bishops, before presenting them to the Pope for a final decision. Aupetit submitted his resignation to Pope Francis in late November 2021 after the magazine Le Point published a report portraying the Archbishop as the divisive and authoritarian figure. The report also raised concern about Aupetit's contacts with a woman dating back to 2012, when he was a vicar general of Archdiocese of Paris. The 70-year-old Archbishop has said he was not in the relationship with the woman. Pope Francis accepted Aupetit's resignation on December 2nd, but later expressed doubt about the validity of the criticism against Archbishop. During an in-flight press conference on December 6, 2021, the Pope told journalists he had accepted Aupetit's resignation because the Archbishop had lost his reputation so publicly. Aupetit told Vatican News on February 4th that he and Pope Francis also spoke at length about the situation of the Catholic Church in France and about the retired Archbishop's plans for charitable projects.
Australian police officer stops Catholic Mass to check for masks. Parishioners record the incident as troubling and confronting. A Catholic Mass in Perth, Australia, was disrupted when police officers stormed in to check if congregants were wearing masks. The authorities interrupted the liturgy after receiving tips about improper mask behavior in St. Bernadette's Catholic Church in Mount Hawthorn. The incident, the city of Perth has very strict COVID-19 regulations, which require masks to be worn at all indoor public events. A photograph circulating among news outlets shows the officer in question standing in the nave to check the details of the parishioners. Patrick Horneman, who took the photo, wrote in the caption, "During a Catholic Mass in Perth tonight, a policeman allowed himself in, strutting up the aisles, demanding correct Mass behaviour and checking exemptions." According to the West Australian, police found 5 unmasked people in the pews, and only one had proof of an exemption. After briefly speaking with the offenders, the police reportedly left the church and the Mass continued. Still, the encounter was described by some parishioners as troubling and confronting. In an interview with Perth Now, a parishioner identified as Matthew recalled the reaction of the congregation. "Everyone was sort of pretty stunned, I suppose. Then, as soon as it started, it was sort of over as he left." Matthew said people were left shaken by the incident. "It's just pretty confronting seeing police vests and stuff in church," he noted, adding, "He didn't remove his hat, which is pretty disrespectful in that environment." Police statement: the authorities have yet to issue a formal apology to members of St. Bernadette's. Instead, they have released a statement which seems to attempt to justify the move. Perth Police said, on Thursday evening, police responded to a report from a member of the public of people not wearing masks inside a church in Mount Hawthorn, they said. Upon attendance, 5 people were spoken to by police and complied in wearing a mask. One person provided proof of an exemption. Archdiocese of Perth, the Catholic Archdiocese of Perth has called the incident as highly regrettable. According to 7 News, Archbishop Tim Costello remarked, "It is my hope that all the ways can be found to deal with this delicate issue in future, and my office stands ready to cooperate with the police in this matter. It is a formal and very public policy of the Archdiocese of Perth to do everything it can to facilitate compliance with all the government's requirements in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic." The Archbishop added, "It is a matter of regret to me that the police were placed in a position which led them to take the action they did."
That's all for today. Please help spread this program to family, relatives, and friends far and wide as a way to evangelize. Thank you and see you again in the next broadcast. Laudetur Jesu Christus, ngợi khen Chúa Giêsu Kitô.